Former Union Minister Jaswant Singh has died this morning at around 6 o'clock. He was 82. The Prime Minister confirmed this in a series of tweets, saying that he served our nation diligently, first as a soldier, later during his long association with politics as well. Now, Jaswant Singh has been one of the longest serving parliamentarians in the country. He was in fact, a founder member of the BJP and also somebody who has been the defense minister of the country in some very trying times during the 90s as well. Harsha Kumari Singh with us for more on this. Harsha, take us through the life and journey of Jaswant Singh.
Well, extremely illustrious politician, Sonal, great human being. Personally, also, if you met him, always had a sense of humor, and I remember he used to be very particular about how you said and the way you phrased your question. He was very particular about that. If you didn't ask him the question correctly, he would immediately tell you off, or if there was an incorrect word of that. There's so many memories that I have of Jaswant Singh Ji because I've covered him extensively. So yes, he started off. In fact, he studied in Mayo College in Ajmer. He was personally, known to my family. Also, he was a little senior to my father in school. Studied in Mayo College, Ajmer. Went on to join the army. Brilliant student in school. Sword of Honor also from the IMA. Went on to join the army. Then he quit the army because he felt at that point that he could not do much, he couldn't make a difference. Joined politics in those very early years in the 70s, when there was not so much hullabaloo surrounding it, and then joined it, not with the Congress party, but, initially with the Jan Sangh, and then went on to found the BJP. He was very closely associated with the former royal family of Jodhpur, who wielded a lot of influence in the Marwar region, and that also, I think, helped his political career. He himself is from a small village called Jasol, not far from Jodhpur, and then of course went on to become one of the very senior, one of the tallest politicians from Rajasthan. He was foreign minister, he was defense minister, in the Vajpayee government. I remember covering one of his election speeches where he told people that, if this government comes to power, if the Vajpayee government comes to power, I am going to get an onerous responsibility. That's what he said in the election speech. And of course, everyone thought he would become finance minister at that point, but he then went on to get defense and foreign affairs. Also, he was there, remember, at that very crucial time when the Pokhran, when India went nuclear, the blast at Pokhran, he was the minister then. And then, of course, after that, we covered that other aspect of his political career, Sonal, when he did not get that ticket from Barmer. He was completely heartbroken. I remember I did that exclusive interview with him when he came back, and he actually broke down. And I said, Jaswant Singh Ji, you have come home. And he said, what else could I do? Even when he was in coma, he really became a rallying point. If you remember, when his son launched that movement, when he joined the Congress, and there was this whole movement in the community to go against the BJP, he was the rallying point. I mean, it was about his honor. Though he was in a hospital bed, he was still a figure who commanded that respect. And he became the rallying point for a number of people who were earlier associated with the BJP to actually leave and to talk about, their disgruntlement. So one of the tallest figures in the politics of Rajasthan, I would say, of course, nationally too, but from the point of view of Rajasthan, somebody who really put, I would say, the state in one sense on the national map.